Hi, it's Darnell with Waveland Recipes, and I wanted to demonstrate something basically that happens with most 2-basket air fryers, but not all. I have seen at least one that this doesn't happen with. But typically they are unable to put out the same level of heat output when running 2 baskets versus one. I know there are electricians who will say, well, because it can't do 2 at the same power output and so on and so forth. But as I've said, I've seen ones that are able to achieve the same level of cooking on both baskets at the same time, even with short cooks. I have seen that. But most can't do it, and regardless of the reasons, I want to show you in terms of temperature how that goes and why when you're using 2 baskets it's usually going to take you more time and things are not going to cook as quickly as when it's cooking with 1 basket. And so I'm going to go on with the demonstration now. Okay, so the 2-basket air fryer I'll be using for this demonstration is the Gourmet dual basket digital air fryer, but I've seen this in others. I've already got a 30-day review where I showed it in the Ninja Flex Basket 11 quart, but there's also a full review of this Gourmet here on the channel, as well as over 70 other cookers, over 800 other videos. But we've got a temperature oven thermometer for both baskets here. Same brand of thermometer, and both of them work well. So I'm basically closing things up here, and I'm going to show you how things go with 1 basket first. So I just wanted to adjust the camera a little bit, but I'm just going to show you again real quick. Everything is, equal on both sides, totally cold on both sides, and turning things on. And I'm going to use basically zone 1 because I want to show you how it goes on one side, and then we'll get into 2 sides. But hitting air fry, and I'm going to skip the preheat because I've done that in the initial review where I do the preheat and all that stuff. We're just going to let it run for some time and see how things go. So I'm going to go ahead and hit start, and I'm going to let it run for 5 minutes and then show you how things look inside after 5. Then we'll check it again after about the full 20 and see how things are looking. I also want to show you how things look on the side that wasn't used, just so you see how that performs with this particular cooker, even though some are able to better prevent heat from going over to the other side. Usually those have a divider in between, like a hard divider in between, that can better keep heat from this side getting over to the other side. This particular cooker has 2 baskets but no hard divider in between, so we'll see how this other side performs as far as it being off, whether it's going to be catching heat from the other side. Because you might want to keep things on the other side cold until you're ready to cook them. You might not want to carry over from the other side getting into the basket that is not being used. But I'll bring you back in maybe about 4 minutes and we'll see what's going on. Alright, been going about 5 minutes. It's been at the max of 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And I guess switching back the time and temp, it got a little, had to show me that. But I open up, we see the temp is just about, really about 450, over 450. Yeah, I mean it's like about 450, not over 450, about 450. So you see that. Well, whoops, sorry. I'm going to get this thing out. Alright, now you can see. It's about 450. So well over 400 for 1 basket after just 5 minutes. The other side that was off is completely cold. So that's cool. That's good. Completely cold. That's good. The other side is holding up well for this particular cooker. Not everyone performs that well in that regard, but I'm going to let this keep going. And what I'm going to do, let it go to full 20, and then just check this side again just to make sure there's no carryover of heat. But we see in 5 minutes, one side can get to almost 450 degrees. Okay, let one side go for the full 20 minutes. We'll check the temperature and also see how things are on the other side. But after 20, we're still well above 400, nearly 450. So things stay pretty hot. One to check the opposite side. No increase at all there in temp. The temperature of the thermometer is showing no change. So very good job of keeping heat from coming over to the other side. I thought there was no hard partition, but I'm correct. Let's make a correction on that. There is a hard partition there in the middle that you see here between the two baskets. So yeah, there is a hard partition there, and that's why we're not getting any heat carryover to the opposite side. Usually with cookers that don't have that partition, you're going to get some carryover depending on the design. So I'm going to just leave this open, let things cool down, and then we'll do some more testing. Okay, so I've let things cool down really well. We see both sides are basically, you know, room temperature. So going to close up again, we're going to test doing both sides at once and see how that goes as far as temperature testing. Just turning things back on. I'm going to do a match cook this time so both sides do the same thing. Hitting air fry, removing the preheat and the turn reminder. I'm going to go ahead and hit start with that, and we'll let that run for about 5 minutes. Alright, we've gone for 5 minutes. So open it up, looks like the fan turned it around. We see it's not even 400. It's not even 350, below 350. So let me open this other one here. Same thing, below 350 for both of them. So when doing two sides, you don't get the same level of heat from both sides. And so we're going to see if things do catch up, things do eventually get to at least 400 degrees on both sides. We'll let it go for, you know, the rest of the time and see how things turn out. But this dual basket air fryer, like most others that I've worked with, it's not able to give you the same heat output from the start, and so in 5 minutes you don't have the same amount of heat. Will we have the same amount after a longer period? We'll see. And it seems like with dual basket air fryers, they do, you know, possibly eventually get to both sides being at the same temp, and we'll just wait and see what happens here, but I'll bring you back. Alright, let things go for a full 20 minutes now, so we'll see what's going on. I go on this side, I'm seeing roughly almost 450. The other side as well, almost 450, hoping that you can see that. So it also got as hot. So basically, as I was saying, it just takes more time. They do get to the target temperature when you're using two baskets, it just takes more time. They don't do it as quickly. So that's something to keep in mind with almost every two basket air fryer. As I said, I've only seen one where it wasn't the case. Most I have seen it happen, so I think that it's something that you should just expect. And the one where I didn't see it happen, it was a smaller two basket air fryer than this, so there was less area to have to heat up in the first place, which is probably one of the reasons why it was able to do it. So it's just a nature of two basket air fryers type of thing, how it goes. But now you know the deal. Alright, so I hope that that helps you to realize what happens with most two basket air fryers and how things go. And it is what it is, but I wanted you to know. And so nothing in this video is sponsored, nothing given to me. And in the video description there are lots of ways for you to help the channel, but also check out my blog, superwaveovenrecipes.com. Again, that's superwaveovenrecipes.com. And in the video description, as I said, there's ways like buy me a coffee, YouTube memberships if you're on YouTube platform. Also, there's like YouTube Super Chats if you're on the YouTube platform. Also, on the blog superwhalerecipes.com, there's Buy Me a Coffee link. Also, there's links like the Amazon shop, pay the same price, help the channel in the video description. And so you can help out some ways like that if you choose. But with all that said, if you did like the video, please give it a thumbs up, share the video with a friend, leave your comments, subscribe, hit that notification icon, and good eating.